Hey, what's going on, everybody? As always, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend, enjoying their day. I just want to say welcome to those who are to the Building Community Trust channel. For those who are first time tuning in, the site is dedicated to those who want to learn and empower what's going on in the communities and the things thereof. And for those who's been watching, who's been supporting, who's been sharing, commenting, grateful as always. Thank you for showing the love and support. Please continue to subscribe for those who are new and share. Continue to spread this out so people can hear it. I'm going to been watching the news, a lot going on, and just two different topics I'm gonna come from in regards to the Rittenhouse trial and the young Dolph. Just want to shout out to the family. Prayers are being risen up for you, for those who are acquaintances, business partners, family, friends, loved ones, children. Significant others, significant partnerships. I just want to, despite what's being said in the news, different people are saying different things about what happened and how they feel about it. I just first want to send a prayer and shout out, just let you know that I'm praying for y'all and comfort during this time. Yes, there's a lot going on. I got a different perspective. I mean, I'm sure everyone obviously by now been listening to different sources of what happened and what's going on in the community in Memphis, Tennessee, the prayers for that city as well. I'm also with the Rittenhouse trial. My perspective is going to be a little different. I want to take a little bit back to the Second Amendment. I want to kind of go back and revisit that because the importance about the Rittenhouse trial from just a conclusive standpoint, just not get into the details. I'm sure it's all public knowledge. You know, people's been listening on the news. You can review the case and the trial and what happened, and obviously been acquitted of all charges in relation to self-defense. But you know, when we think about the Second Amendment, again, we define it as the right to bear arms and bear a militia. From the standpoint of the trial, during the Kenosha protests, he took it upon himself and him and other supporters to go out and defend the city, help law enforcement and military, National Guard to protect the city from looters, and all due to the stuff that happened with Jacob Blake. And the right to bear, I think the poster child aspect of Rittenhouse is that it's the Second Amendment. As Americans, we can go out and protect and bear arms and be able to provide a militia against whatever case may be. But in this case, I wonder, you know, is this the acquittal due to that? You know, the new agenda where law enforcement is being kind of disregarded in a sense, to where now the private citizens and people as his age can go out there and carry powerful military style weapons and, you know, go out there and try to defend businesses and homes and other people with no training whatsoever, you know, and end up killing two people in the process. Self-defense, it got really nitty and gritty in the case. But this is the norm. But the interesting thing about the Second Amendment is the two takes is thinking about young Dolph and the aspect of Second Amendment as well. In the black community, the Second Amendment is destroying the community, versus in this case with Rittenhouse, that it is supposed to be hailed as heroic or even vigilantism to go out there and protect a city from looters and robbers and whatnot, preventing panic and chaos. It's interesting to me. I mean, we know this is the country we're moving into, where law enforcement no longer has a stand in such a sense, you know, and due to COVID and due to having a George Floyd and many other cases with African Americans, males getting killed and abused by police, many more that's not even made the news. We look at the media as the source to present this information to the public, and you have responses and outrage, and then you think, and don't forget about Ahmaud Arbery. Don't forget about what that trial is going to look like in the next couple of days, right? You know, people are standing by waiting for the results to see if he's going to get, I can't remember the guy's name, McMichaels, I think that's what their name is. If they're going to get acquitted for using the same kind of concepts of private citizenship and Second Amendment rights. It's interesting when, you know, you have one case where white male kills two white males and he gets acquitted. But that's why the people are waiting, because it's going to be interesting to see what happens when white males kill a black male and see if they get acquitted. or will they get charged? Race is not an issue. I mean, we have all these different things. People say race is not an issue, but it's going to be interesting to see the integrity. One article puts it, the integrity of the criminal justice system is going to hold righteous judgment or justice, or it's going to let the men off as self-defense self-defense. That's going to cause an outrage if these men get off due to self-defense, as Rittenhouse did when he shoot and killed 2 white men. It's just amazing to see the dynamic, right? The black community in response to young Dolph is a lot of problems. And you know, I heard a lot of different commentary. I heard a lot of different opinions from people. Different people commented on it, you know, different viewers. Even different people that I listened to, and they were saying all these different things. Some people didn't feel sorry for young Dolph. I mean, we can go into the spiritual. I'm going to do something on my other channel in regards to the spiritual aspect, because that's important. Spiritual aspect of what happened to young Dolph, the you know, different contexts of selling the soul aspect. You know, we have different mindsets with people saying that people that just saying that, you know, the Satanists can't collect, but I'm going to do that on the other channel. But the aspect of what I want to talk about on this channel is the Second Amendment is being reversed in the black community. You have guns, you have high-power weapons, submachine guns, military-style weapons in the black community. As of now, I'm sure sources will come out of who, you know, what Memphis PD is going to do about catching the 2 shooters. But you got a lot of envy and covetousness and all these different types of feelings in the community, where whether the case may be, whether it's pride, whether it's ego, whether it's, you know, gang-related activity, whether, you know, someone saw him out there, you know, without security, or he was dressed, you know, whatever case you want to see, it doesn't help the argument. And it's getting to a point where ranting about it, getting angry about it, and it's not solving anything. Because at the end of the day, you got to look at the pattern. Let's go back. And a lot of people don't want to respond to these rappers' killings, but the lifestyle, the promotion of the music, you know what I'm saying? What's going on Travis Scott, Astroworld, right? You're looking at back in Tupac. I mean, you even go in history where you have other artists, rap artists, doesn't matter what race they were rapping, that got caught up in murders and getting drive-by shootings and getting killed. It's not just, we think about Tupac, Biggie, you know, Pop Smoke, Mo 3, King Von, now Young Dolph. You have many of those high-profile cases with rappers, but there were so many more underground rappers that got killed. Chicago, you know what I'm saying, Memphis, New Orleans, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, these were LA, you know, a lot of these artists are, they're dying by the day. The Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, you know, whether it's legal or illegal, right? In one aspect, you got Rittenhouse killing 2 people out of self-defense, and in the name of protecting the Second Amendment of militia and protecting the city from looters and all that. And then you have another instance of the Second Amendment being used to just kill innocent people, whether, you know, he said something or whatever the case may be, he's slaughtered in a business. And you know, it's causing hurt to the black community, because now you have black-owned businesses closing down. You have black-owned businesses being robbed and looted and destroyed. And internally, we're destroying ourselves. BLM is going to no longer matter. Black lives no longer, it's going to be Black lives no longer matter. And I'm just saying that because look at what the damage is being done. Every time George Floyd, Jacob Blake, Young Dolph, King Von, the reaction is the same. The pattern has not changed, right? You have people still looting businesses. You have people still killing. And it's getting to a point where, what's the point? And exactly the way that I said it. What's the point of having someone fight for us as African Americans, black people in this country, when we could continue to do the same things? I've said this time, Nipsey Hussle, same thing. I made a video about that when he got shot down. You know, it's people don't want to ban Second Amendment rights. People feel like they should be able to, you know, protect their homes, their persons, their places of residence. At the same time, you have one aspect where people are using that same right to kill and steal and destroy. Kids are getting killed. Kids get caught in the cross line. People are not thinking. You know what I'm saying? Black people are not thinking. We're going out here being ignorant and stupid, and we're killing each other. But the same token, when someone like maybe the McMichaels, or maybe Rittenhouse, or someone in a similar caliber kills a black man, we're outraged. The same. It's just so much. It's very, very it's getting old, and I challenge people to really think about that. What are we? You know, some people say nothing we can do. Some people say that we just don't fight, we just give up. But until we really crack down on this, until, you know, even the police, even law enforcement are helpless at this point. They only can do so much, especially with the shortages, you know, with COVID and people, you know, getting government assistance as far as money is concerned. People don't want to work, demanding, all that stuff is making it even harder for law enforcement to do their jobs. People working double, triple time to solve the case because of just what's going on as of right now. And then on top of that, we have uprising shootings. We have people going to vigils. We have people, same thing every time somebody dies, someone goes out there, there's drive-by shootings at the vigils. People come out, pay their respects, and they're getting killed. It's senseless violence. So what's the point of Black Lives Matter? It only applies to when a white person do it. But what about Black Lives Matter when a black person does it? Whatever young Dolph has done that caused him to, whether he bought it on himself, whether the music he represent, whatever it is, he did what he did, he ended up getting killed. But after the after effect, what about all that? At a vigil and bullets going off, business getting blown up, business getting shot up. Now the Makeda's Cookies place business is gone. Can they reopen? Would it be the same? Man, the owner put his life investments into the business, doing well, and now it's closed down because someone shoots it up and shoots it up. But we want to say Black Lives Matter. We get mad when Rittenhouse gets acquitted of all charges of self-defense, but armed robbery, and I'm saying we shouldn't hope for the best of that, because judgment, you know, justice should take place. But with the thing I keep saying, and I'm gonna continue to say, is how are we feeling about when someone in our neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, get killed? Oh, it happens all the time. Senseless, more than you think. How do we reach the youth? How do we reach those who's killing? It's a lot to it. I don't know. I don't know what can we do as black people to keep this from happening. It starts with the home. It starts with parenting. I did a lot of work on my channel about how to start relationships. It starts from the home. It really does. It starts with how much we take care of youth. We're so broken as a people. We're so broken as a people that we continue to model bad behavior. We have the music influence. You know, we have this secular music overflow where you have rappers, you have people that has an agenda. It's all about greed, right? It's all about, I want money, you know, and people use that as a driving catalyst to, you know, put out music that promotes violence, that promotes a culture of death, destruction, you know, womenizing, beef. You know, instead of you going to the studio doing a song that about whatever you do your song about, you start some type of animosity with someone else, and then you get your truck shot up. You know, you got to spend extra money to bulletproof your truck or your car, or you got to spend extra money to have bodyguards. They're putting their life at risk because somebody doesn't like you, so now they're getting shot up. And then you can't even, the thing that's crazy to me is you can't even go as a celebrity, as someone who has a status, you can't even walk into the store and get some cookies now. I couldn't even imagine living that type of life where I'm going to the store to get something to eat. And I turn around, and before I can even respond, I get shot up 50, 60 times, however many times. Everyone around you is also getting at risk of getting shot and killed. I couldn't even imagine living like that. How can you live a life where you got to have security on you all the time, or you can't even live in the same neighborhood because of so much envy and jealousy? The poor mentality, the poverty mindset is I can't live down the street because I got to worry about somebody shooting me up or killing me. my pride and my ego, I got to try to, you know what I'm saying, put a certain persona where I rule and I reign, instead of just making your money and keeping it simple. This is a cycle. I mean, back into Tupac, same thing. If you watch the patterns of rappers and artists through the years, they're all the same. It's a big dramatic news clip. Oh, this rapper was killed. Now, people, next day or two, you have all these shootings. You have gang shootings. You have people going on there and doing all this shooting. Innocent bystanders, kids, women, other males, people just getting killed. You know what I'm saying? You bury this individual. You sing his songs. You sing his music, and then that's it. You move on. Next rapper dead, same thing. Next rapper dead, same thing. Self-medication overdoses. Committing suicide. Second Amendment doesn't work in the black community. It's not, it's not working because people who are defending themselves are end up getting killed. Guns are put out in the streets wherever they're coming from. Black market dealers. People say the government's putting them out. I don't believe that's always the case. People getting these guns, gangs getting these guns, and then they going out here and they doing these different things, shooting up people and shooting up buildings. But then the other flip side of the coin, when a white person kill a black person, the businesses get destroyed. You have people like Rittenhouse that feel like it's their obligation to go and preserve and protect without training, without any type of, you just got a gun, you don't know what you're doing with it, you're not organized, and two people are getting killed, whether they caused it on themselves or not. It's a narrative. And I don't, and then, when we present the opportunity, people want to slow down gun rights or stop or take gun rights away altogether. People want to get mad and say, no, we want to keep our Second Amendment rights. Do we need to bear arms? I still believe it. But it has to be some type of stipulations in a sense, because people are getting hold of weapons and they're just doing chaotic behavior with it. This is going to continue to happen. This is going to continue to happen. We're going to have more people getting killed, neighborhoods shot up. But, it's like, how can we have a leg to stand on? How can we make our communities better? How can we make safe passages in our communities? How can I go up to the store and not get shot up? Whether I'm targeted or not. I get people causing stuff on themselves. Gang affiliations. Saying some crazy stuff on Instagram. There was one guy that said, there was people on Instagram or Facebook or social media shooting while they recording the phone. This is stupid stuff. Yeah, I killed Buddy. I killed so-and-so after you did it. Oh, I thought I did, or I did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we benefiting from that? It defeats the purpose. Don't complain when a white cop kills a black person. When you turn right back around and a black person kills a black person. And then after the black person gets killed, then more people get killed after that. People don't want to hear it, but it's time to say it. Oh, we shouldn't fight. That's not fair to say. Justice should be prevail. I'm with you. Ahmaud Arbery need to be, if it's self-defense in that case, where he tried, that needs to be avenged. That needs to be fixed. Justice needs to be served. I'm not disagreeing with that. But we need to have the same passion and the same desire for when in the neighborhoods, our own neighborhoods, when someone gets killed at will. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are people's thoughts on the Second Amendment? Should be changed or not? Do people need to? Do people need to carry weapons? Is there stipulations need to be put in place for people carrying guns? Should anybody carry guns? I mean, everybody want to keep the Second Amendment, but you have more killings than ever. Law enforcement, they're dwindling down. They're not prepared to deal with stuff that's going on today. When it comes to high crimes and stuff like that, especially after COVID. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm sure people tuning in. I'm not gonna be before y'all long. I just had some stuff to put out as far as that. This is stuff to think about. Second Amendment rights. Is it effective for African Americans and blacks in the neighborhoods? Is it effective for the poverty? Or is it only effective for those that it benefits, like Rittenhouse? It should be, it's the same people that stood up for, like Rittenhouse, that stood out and went out there and protected people out there that's protesting or trying to so unquote help stop whatever's going on. Maybe someone should have did that for young Dolph. Maybe someone should have did that for the kids getting killed. Maybe someone should have did that for Jacob Blake or for Philando Castile or George Floyd or any of those individuals. Maybe somebody should step up and help defend the communities and during that stuff. You know, keep people from like that getting killed. Not just for certain things. Just something to think about. Y'all got comments, leave them below. I'm sure the trial for Ahmaud Arbery is going to come out soon. The results and the verdict for that, whether they get off or get some time or get the justice that's needed. And we're going to see how it goes. Stay tuned to Freedom Fighters, because I'm going to talk about more in detail on the spiritual aspect of things. People listen to secular music, stuff that's said in it. People want to hear good time beats, and people are so sucked in with secular music, but they don't know the damage it's doing. Particularly to the youth. The youth is more danger than ever, because the agenda is so strong and so permeating that people are daily getting caught up in stuff. We really got to think about the music we listen to. And I know people just like, man, he ain't talking nothing. I'm going to still listen to killing and gang banging and shooting. But then when you caught up in that and then you get hit with 50 bullets, then what? Everybody goes through different things. People have different influences. People are in different environments. So people can relate more to certain music. But you got to really dig deep and see is this stuff beneficial, because all doing is creating the same thing. People are hungry. They want to get out there and do what they got to do and make money and live this certain lifestyle, but it comes with a price. When they say you sell your soul, it really does mean just that. It's the price that you're going to sell your soul to worth the death and destruction that comes with it. But people don't want to hear nothing. People don't think people think this is a joke. It's a game. It's going to be another dude dead, thrown in the grave. We're going to be good for a couple of weeks. Shoot, keep, bang, bang, shoot them up. Sing a couple of songs and go on about my business. Life goes on. Until it happens again and again and again. It's going to continue to happen. So that's all I got, man. Hope y'all subscribe, share. Share the stuff, put it out. Stay tuned to the other channel. And y'all be blessed and enjoy your day.